Oh, it's still hot. So I've already had a few cups of tea today. So we're just drinking some spearmint tisane. Try to cool things down a bit. Also, if you look around, you'll notice I don't have my green screen today because I wanted to wear a green shirt. I don't know why. I just did. Anyway, welcome. We're going to study a game today by Yuting. Here's a picture of him right here. Basically, next to Ke, he's the strongest player in China right now, and also like Ke, he's very young. I think he's just about a year older than Ke, so he's probably about 20 right now. I'm not exactly sure when his birth date is, so we'll say around 20. And quite honestly, if we didn't keep hearing things about Ke, this would be the guy we would all be caring about and hearing about out of China. So, he's not that far behind Ke in terms of actual ratings. In games, he did win the M. Lily Cup in 2013. He was China's youngest player to ever win a title. I think he actually won at the age of 13 or something, as a national title. So, really talented go player in himself. And I almost know nothing about him, which you have to forgive me. There I'm certainly a number of other YouTubers and streamers and teachers out there who know a lot more about me, Yuting, and I just don't. And I feel kind of bad, but I thought a good way to at least introduce him, at least his games to me in a more personal manner, is to actually study a game here. So we'll do that today. The game actually I want to look at, and again I haven't seen any of the moves. I have no idea what happens in this game. Is Yuting versus Choi Chael-han, who I also did another one of these sort of pro study videos previously. And like previous videos, I'm going to just try to guess the move. I did have one of my longtime viewers suggest that instead of guessing multiple moves, I'm only allowed one guess. I'm going to try to adhere to that rule this time. But basically, you're just watching to follow me as I try to study a game and learn something from one of the top players in the world, and basically number 2 in China right now. So here we go. I guess I could have tried to guess that. All right, so let's guess Yuting. Again, knowing very little, I'm going to guess Yuting plays here. Nope, completely false. Wow. All right, so we're off to a good start. This is normally, you can play this, but when black plays this, black, this is partially out of tradition, partially out of respect for your opponent. Black plays in the top right-hand corner, and again, this game is recorded from black's perspective, so this is black's top right-hand corner. And the reason why you do that is so that the opponent, who's normally right-handed, will respond in the his opponent's lower right-hand corner, which is the top left corner. And also by inviting your opponent to do that, you make that side of the board bigger. That's why the 4-3 stone is placed here instead of here. And Yuting has done none of that, and instead played in his top left corner, completely eschewing all senses of traditional opening and directional play. So we're off to a good one. All right, here we go. So black takes the other corner. So both players are playing the opposite sides of the board away from themselves. A little strange. Totally valid. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. Just very unusual. Or more unusual. Players have played, hundreds of games like this, if not thousands or more, but still. Okay. And look at this. We're starting to make Kobayashi, which is sort of coming back. It sort of went out of fashion for a while, and it looks like we're about to make the territorial framework that is the Kobayashi. So let's see if white plays here. He does. And traditional Kobayashi's here. I have seen people play here as well. This is a more modern variation. But what's weird is I've seen games now where people have been playing this one. This game is actually quite recent. I should have wrote down the date somewhere. And sometime this year. I think it's the China City League, which I really know nothing about. But, all right, let's see if black plays traditional here. No, all right, so black's actually going to go back and form the High Chinese Fuseki, which has also sort of made a comeback, quite honestly. When the two Chinese Fusekis were really developed and became popularized in the 80s and 90s, the low eventually sort of won out as the more popular variation. That's when black plays a stone at L17, but recently they sort of both come back into vogue, especially the high. I didn't even try to guess a move. I wouldn't have guessed there, though. This is, so white is asking black to enclose the corner, and then white will respond somewhere over here, probably on the star point, to basically say that the right side is mine, and I'm going to take it while I'm attacking R6. Black. I'm just gonna I'm gonna assume that black is actually uncomfortable by this, and will actually play some sort of counter pincer. But this is like white is expecting P16 and then white P10 here, or Q10. Let's see, is this good spacing? This I think is playable. It's really interesting. I have no idea. I'm gonna guess black plays here on a whim. Nope, black plays normal. Okay, so after some moves out of order, it looks like we're going to revert to something relatively normal. Let's say white plays here. White plays low. All right. So I think either one of these is fine. Low is, it works actually well with this stone, assuming white gets to play another move here and can start forming a base. I think both are playable. I'm not really sure I can say this is right, or if it's just a question of style. Okay, I think black's going to Tanuki from here. I think black should... I guess this side. Just approach this Tanuki. Nope, black's going to continue playing here. Alright, so the reason, let's see why. If black plays this move, we can assume this kick, and I guess black doesn't really want to stand here. That's giving up too much, perhaps. I mean, again, black could Tanuki and just continue developing. I don't know. These players are playing more orthodox than I thought they would. Just given me Yuting's, you know, non-direction of non-normal traditional direction of playing the opening, but apparently they're going back to fairly orthodox things. All right, so we expect the black move here. I fully expect white to take the corner now and force black to make an inefficient base here. And does black complete the formation? Sure does. Does white feel compelled to do something over here now? The black has a little bit more of a base. Can we play this move? It's not that good at this point. I think this would just be better. I'm going to say white plays this kick. No, white played the jump. Okay. Didn't want to make this exchange first. But, you know, the direction is natural, right? Black made an inefficient space, but did make his stone stronger, so now we have to make our stone stronger so we don't get counterattacked in between these two black formations. Okay, that now gives black an opportunity to take this. Although now that white has this stone here, I'm actually starting to lean more towards this approach. And the difference, right, is that this reduces while it builds for you. This mainly just reduces. And this is, of course, better at reducing. This is better at building. But what's bigger here? I think because this stone is further away from this, and now white has this stone here, white's threatening to make something larger than black is, so I think it's better to reduce. Damn it! Okay. Alright, well, again, this is the move I would play before all these exchanges got made. This is a little too aggressive. Maybe a high pincer? 2-space high? This is very uninteresting for white. It's very unnatural kind of formation of stones. If you look at the spacing here, if white just plays a normal thing, this looks like 7-space extension. Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, yeah. It's very unnatural extension space. Playable, but it still leaves reductions and invasions. It's kind of a weird shape. This would be slightly better, but it's still inviting a black invasion later. So it has defects. The problem with this is the direction that white wants to block in is make a wall here, and then play another move somewhere in here. But black will come with Sentei out of this and gets reduced first. So I don't like any of those options, so that's what leads me to a high pincer variation, where we just focus on building influence and trying to take Sentei. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. White's going to make this formation. White's being really patient. And again, I don't know what Yuting's style is, despite being such a strong, top-ranked Go player, and I again, do apologize, but again, I'm hoping to learn that from reviewing a few more of his games. Oh. Now the problem, or one of the problems with this move, is that white still has an approach in this corner. And black will want to block this way now, which makes this stone look kind of silly. Because in the end, this stone will wish it's on the third line and maybe a line back. So it's not really using the Chinese very well. Here, let me just play it and make sure that... No, see, that's not the game. Okay, just because we dismissed this, that's good. Because this type of variation, you can't really pincer. If you do this sort of thing, it still leaves invasions. White will probably just invade immediately anyway. The same goes true for this. If we do play some sort of pincer, like here, we'll have to block, like we want to block both ways, right? Because we have development over here and we have development over here, but this way will be the bigger way. And you'll see that white comes away with Sente. And this stone, this formation is very strange, and there's reductions in Aji in here to reduce all this. So there's really not much there. And meanwhile, there's still invasions over here. So, like, you could play it, but it just doesn't feel like we're using this stone very well. Like, we wish it was actually defending the formation a little more, instead of making this really awkward shape. So, I mean, black could actually entertain this under the same idea that we're still building the same thing, but we're actually defending it more efficiently. Because white now has two sides to approach, and neither... I mean, they both work. So if one already works, might as well give him two that works, and that's inefficient, in theory, like on a global scale. So I think this is very possible. This is also very possible, just trying to take another corner and forcing white into this really sort of submissive bottom formation. Tenukiing is actually probably a good option here as well, though spacing is not quite where I would want it to be. Because ideally we'd want to get a stone here. This would form a nice relationship with this stone. As 5 spaces means that white's going to have to work very hard to invade it later. But this stone doesn't work well with the cornerstone. I think I like this move. I'm starting to like this move. I know it looks symmetrical, and to the human eye, we often like symmetry, and it's terrible because in a Go game, symmetry will be the wrong shape to make. But, you know, we feel like an aesthetic niceness. I'm so wrong. Okay. Oh, he does this. Yeah. Okay. This is... I think so far, the Q players out there who are watching this video will have predicted more moves correctly than I have so far in this game. I mean, they're playing pretty simply. But here... Oh, man. I think this is terrible for white. I think white should do this. Take the outside. No. All right. Okay. All right. We don't know. Maybe this move is going to be the move, but it looks like the move because the way white's preparing it. White is first preparing to get outside influence. As black, can we just connect? I'm actually not really sure the best way for black to respond. Let's assume black just connects. Nope, black's going to respond stronger. Yeah, black doesn't really want to give up Sente either. And even though this leaves defects in black shape, at least it... I don't know, we'd have to read out some variations here with this cut, this push and cut. And see what white can get out of it. Can we just pull back? I think pulling back is good enough. Nope, we're going to Hane. Again, the Q players are going to, you know, kick my arse in this for predicting better moves. We can cut, and white will give up a stone. And we'll be pretty solid locally as black. Maybe we even wedge. Let's wedge. Nope, we cut. Okay. I have to assume that white will give up this stone. No? I'm getting everything wrong. This is not good for my ego. Especially considering we're less than 2 weeks away from the US Go Congress. And so far, This game is kind of depressing me in terms of how terribly I am predicting moves here. This does not give me confidence to go into the biggest American Go tournament of the year. Man. All right, we have to extend, right? Can we do this? That feels too big. If we extend, is it bad? Feels kind of bad. Let's extend. Yeah. All right, white has to connect. I can't even get a connection right. Push first. Yeah, I guess that's better. I have to make sure this works though, right? Because we have to make sure black can't play this move. I'm assuming black doesn't, because otherwise white wouldn't play it. So we're safe to play this. White comes out. White would have to block this way. Or sorry, black would have to block. White would come this way. And I guess white plays here. And here. But there, so the ladder's broken by this stone. Wow. Alright, so it just looks like it just barely works for white. Because of this stone. Okay. Okay, so white can play this, so black has to play here. Connect. Hey, got one right. Got two in a row right, actually. Next move for black, though. The continuation. This is the real part of the reading. This leaves a lot of Aji, but also threatens a cut. Are we willing? Maybe we're just willing to give up these two stones, just to counterattack this. Oh, we got some thunder. Wow. Despite Seattle's reputation for raining all the time, it pretty rarely thunders. Like maybe just a couple times a year. It's very strange. Basically, it's just always like threatening mist. So we've got a real thunderstorm going on. We might lose power. This video might cut off at any second. If it does, I apologize. So, what do we do here? I mean, I have to assume black wouldn't have done all this if he's not willing to play here, but it feels... we have to cut here, right? Yeah. That was using more psychology than anything else, though. Alright, so the problem with continuing this fight is it'll injure these three stones. We could just exchange and let... we take this, black takes this, and then we could play another move. I don't know who that's... it feels good for black. I mean, it feels like we're ruining white's play for the central influence. So let's run this out. Okay, that's what they thought as well. Let's assume this is black's plan, is to counterattack this. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm on fire now. We got this. Next move, though. Alright, I would really like to push again, but ladder does not look like it works at all because of this stone right there. So we can't really push again. Actually, we don't really need to do that now, I think. This move, probably this move, even though it's terrible. Or do we just play, just connect? Alright, so if we do this, we leave two cuts, but white actually doesn't mind the cuts, because white will just make Sibicky here. So maybe just here. Yeah, alright, that was good. If white is really committed to taking this, white would play here right now and let these three stones wither. If white wants to try to solidify them, of course white should add a move maybe here. This would be the obvious looking move. But it will give, excuse me, black some more free stuff. We could play here, let black turn and then try to connect. Let's try it. Nope. An overplay. Oh, right. White's going to come back and take this right now. Wait, but why? Oh, just because the base is too big? Can't give black a base. Okay, let's see how that works out for you, white. I guess this is actually good shape too, because this black stick doesn't have a lot of liberties, or not as many as it looks like. Because when white takes the stone, you already have this white stone peeping. But I think black just plays here. Nope, wrong again. Oh, black's gonna connect or fix immediately. I don't know now. Now these three white stones look very sad. No idea. No idea what to do. I mean, locally speaking, this is a huge gain for white, right? More or less capturing these two stones. Black can still actually save this stone, but it's well, first of all, it's not really sente to do it. And this influence here that white gets will be very useful. Again, this whole thing erupted because white just wanted to seal this black group in the corner and take the outside, which we still have to come back and do at some point. But of course, this has lowered its priority status because when white takes this, there is the danger of these three stones. Maybe this is good timing. Maybe we should actually just take this and see if is the ko even a reasonable thing? I think it's reasonable. I think white should do this. I'm becoming convinced. Yes. Normally here black would just connect, but then actually this stone's definitely dead. If I want that Aji, we have to play here. But if we lose the ko, then these three stones become either connected or much less meaningful. Not easily attacked. I have to assume black connects here, because this ko seems much bigger for white than it is for black. Like, black has to win the ko. You guys play the ko and make sure it's not a move. I'll show you, not a move, good. White will take. All right, let's say black, first of all, black's threats are basically non-existent, so I guess that's the thing that should take precedence. Even if white just takes the ko instead of making the ko bigger, you can see this defect here is huge. If black just responds simply, boom, white's connected, and this stick is really the dumbest looking thing on the board. If black extends here, this is better, but there's still variations like this, where we either have to connect, peep, or actually disconnecting doesn't work. None of these, all these are terrible. Maybe this one is probably the best. But the problem with this is white plays here, white plays here, and once again has connected. And even though this thing has at least one eye in Gote, it's not sente because actually white can run that out. Black would have to take it right now. It's still the dumbest looking thing on the board. So anyway, black just connects. Oh, I was supposed to predict the next move. And I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I guess we... Oh yeah, this wasn't even a real ko to link up. The white always ends in Gote here. I don't know what I was talking about earlier. Okay. Alright, so that's a really big corner now. Right, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is like a 30-point corner. Maybe 25, I guess, if I remove those stones. But it is black's move, so now does black play here? Nope. Never. I'm never going to get that one right. Is black more patient and takes this right now? Oh, I only get one guess anyway, so let's just see what black does. Oops. Alright, maybe this is something I can actually learn. So in my idea, right, we play here and then we attack this way. But black, Choi Chil-han says he actually doesn't need to do that. Because if white gives up, this is plenty. Here's just the rest of the Joseki here, in case you guys haven't seen this played out before. And there's a ladder here, but white can kind of fight it. Oh no, I guess white should actually just have the ladder to play Zeration anyway. Huh. Yeah, it's not really a good fight for white, is it? Because usually black plays a ladder breaker and white plays that move. And that's Joseki. But black already owns that ladder breaker. Okay, so maybe white would have to play this type of thing. Black says that's big enough for black, which is probably not wrong. So I guess if that's big enough, he doesn't need to push here. He doesn't need to say that I need this. He can just attack directly, and if white really wants to save it out, we'll get our stones out in the process. Oh man. What to do now is white. I am going to peek in to see how many moves this game is. I know we're only 37 moves in. Oh, that's a long one. 289. I guess we'll see how far we get. I mean, we have to try to save them, right? Because as long as black has a stick there, like that's a resource, I have to assume we attach. Yeah. And honey? No honey. Oh, can we honey this way? It doesn't look good, but maybe? Or maybe now we play this? Let's play this now. No. Oh, it is that honey. Oh, now we're getting to some violence. So the idea of hunting this way, right, of course, is we're going to let white get a bunch of free moves over here that really aren't going to be worth much since we already have 3 stones. And we're going to have time to make sure our stick doesn't get counterattacked. Whereas this Hane, I guess I'm not fully convinced well, actually, does this work? Yeah, this looks kind of bad, actually. It looks like our whole black stick here dies. So black's trying to prevent that. So Hane this way. Do we have to cut, or do we do this? I mean, so hard not to cut, right? Except that black has already said it doesn't care about this reduction right now. Because it's not eyes, it doesn't make you alive, and it doesn't help you attack this. Let's cut anyway. Okay. And that's cool, right? I mean, normally you cutting this way is wrong, but black is strong enough and doesn't care what happens over here as much as this white stuff gets punished. He's okay with this. Okay. All right, we have the cut. Does this move good? I mean, natural move is here, but it's really kind of not great shape for black either. We could Atari and then come back and connect, and that might be better. I think we Atari. Yep. Again, black has said we don't care what happens here, so giving white all this strength to attack this stone. We have the ladder, we have a friend. We're going to use all of these stones in helping this black stick attack this white group. Alright, which connection? They all have problems. They all have problems. I think this one, though, just for the liberties. Alright, this is the part where white needs to find a cool move. Next white move is looking like it's got to be pretty cool. I wonder if we come on the outside, force black to do this, and then come around this way as well. I guess black just pushes out then. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. No guess. I looked at that move. I thought this move was dumb. Because you're... Or maybe it just works. Okay, well that's the cool move. I mean, I just didn't want to say it. I wonder if we can run this out. This is an interesting idea. It looks bad though. Oh. Alright, this move is starting to look better than I thought it was in my head. I think just here. No? Plays this one? Okay. Do this the really crude way. I assume white cuts here, and black extends. And now white has to find the free stuff. Hane here? Nope, not yet. It's coming though. Oh no, we're not gonna Hane there, we're gonna play this side. Wow, white's still gonna make something live inside this. Best black defense. It's all bad. It all looks real bad. Yeah, actually. It looks worse than I thought it did. Do we just play here? Nope. We do play this shape, huh? Oh yeah, that's my... Well, this is my instinct, right, to play the shape, and then I misread this throw-in situation. Right, when white throws in here, black doesn't have to take. Actually, I guess taking is good for black anyway. For some reason, I thought this was bad for black, but it's fine. So, now what, white? What's the plan? Extending is sente against this. And white right now owns this ladder. Is there a net here? No. I think it's this move. Nope. Oh, now we give up. Yep. Got that one. Now do we play here? Nope. Oh. Oh yeah, right. So white's still willing to give up these 2 stones because we get all this free stuff on the outside. And so if black takes this, white just lives down here. So let's assume black doesn't like that. Yep. Is this ko? No. Right? This almost looks good. Did I already guess? I think I already guessed, right? Oh, now we throw in. Take. Atari. Connect. Atari. Connect. So that sequence that I was worried about did happen. It made black's shape terrible, but we have 2 crappy white shapes. White's only going to be able to make one of these live. Which one? I mean, this one is sente, right? We play here and here and make the top one live. Here, sente against this. Oh no, because black can play other... Oh man, I don't know. This still looks really hard to live in here. I just want to play this move. Hey, I got it. Alright, best response for black. Black would like to play this one, but it leaves a lot of aji. Black would like to play this one. Leaves even more aji. Oh, and actually, white still has this move here to start capturing knights to the corner. So actually, I guess black has to respond over here. Nope. No, I'll play that one. Okay. Oh, right. This is Sente against this. You still have to respond here first. Can white play here now? Is this enough liberties? No? Okay, we played there first. There's still this Aji, though. Like, this connection. Here, let's just look what happens in this sick case. Peep, Atari. Let's assume white doesn't want to fight a Ko here. Yeah, I guess, actually, black's not in trouble. Any other variations? Maybe this isn't... Yeah, white doesn't have enough liberties. Oh no, but there is this... Right, there's this Ko. So black here. This doesn't work. Or is it still... It's still Ko-like. No, it's just dead, right? No. Actually, no, I'm insane. This is Atari. Alright, let's not miss Ataris. Yeah, this is really scary for black because of this Ko. Like, really, really scary. So why didn't white play it? Why did white play over here first? Why doesn't white just play here now? Does white not want this to be Ko? White wants this to be something bigger? Oh, dunk. You can play there now. Maybe that's why. Maybe black can make this exchange first. But if he does... which one? Is it this one? This doesn't work, right? Dead. One short. And this one is same. Same. Still dead. Alright, well, let's find out. Here we go. Go back to the game. White plays this. Black, let's play here. Yep. Can white play this? Not really. Not really. I don't believe so. So I want white to play here. No? Okay. Cross cut. Yes, this is like the super safe way. That'd be really nice. Nope. Oh, we're not going to play the safe way. Okay. White extend. Yeesh. Alright, I'm just going to read this out. This black extension this way. Or actually, I guess black would have to extend this way for this to be anything reasonable. So the only thing we have to worry about is this white Atari here, if we play this. It doesn't look like we have to... I think black plays here. Nope. Alright. Just connect. Okay. Yep. Extend. No. Now what? Oh, now play that. Okay, so very similar, just different order. Wow, no. Atari. Yeah, if you play there, we're not giving white the opportunity to play any other disconnection. White plays here. Black? No? Don't know. I'll just defend that side. We have time? I guess, although this is kind of Sente now, right? Let's just look at it. Start another fight. Okay. So let's place stone in the corner. Go back to the resolution of this thing. It is very thingy. Does this live? No. Would have to be here. We'd have to play this one, I think, right? Let's do some life and death. Here. And then if we play this way, there's this descent and this throw-in. It's not alive of this move. I think we'd have to play this one. And even then I'm not sure that this actually is alive. Looks like here. Yeah, this is dead too. Right, because we can't play this. Okay. Is there any other way? This looks no good. Or some sort of weird ko. Huge ko. Because normally white can play here and just capture, but this group is short of liberties because of this descent. So we'd have to capture this. Oh, there's Tsuji here. Right? Ha. Yeah, Tsuji. Black can't play here. Right, of course. Okay, so this extension is pure descente. I should actually just look and see what white's last move did before. Well, we learned something about this group though, right? This group really should have one more stone. This top white group. So we learned something. We are good at life and death. Is bamboo joint good enough? Let's assume that it is. Alright, white move. I feel like we should play here. Or find some co-threads somewhere. No? Oh. Alright, this is cool, because this one wasn't on my radar. Oh, I see. White's is taking more of the corner. So actually we're not going to take this as Sente. Yeah, we play this one, and we get the whole corner. So we're definitely giving up these stones. We're never playing this. But we're getting pretty large corner, and there's actually still a lot of Aji here. We had to give up a lot to black, but again, we took a like 30-point corner ourselves. So this would be like a fairly reasonable result. This one's best? No? What is better? That one? Isn't it better endgame? Or is black... Oh, black's more worried about the Aji here. Okay. We can just play here now, right? No? We don't do it. Oh, we can... What? Oh, this is just Aji Keshi. Yeah. This is bad. Yeah, because you end up with a shape like this if you play this one first. And we don't need to make this exchange. It's just co-threats that are wasted. So, yep. And black will take... Next, white move. White gets a move now. The hardest parts of this game, of course, are when someone has, like, Sente. Alright. So this whole area of the board is settled. This area of the board and this area of the board are the new largest parts of the board. So we're definitely... Everything we do now is going to be focused down here for the next, I don't know, 50 moves. Even if we play something over here, like in this area, we're really just threatening to get these out or reduce. But we're still thinking about this bottom area and how we're going to develop it as white, and this top area and how we're going to develop it as black. Is this good enough? Do we have a ladder now? I should remember this ladder from this variation. So the ladder comes out here. And we do not have the ladder yet. So maybe this one. Okay. Also totally fine. Natural move is here, but then white will just take the corner. Could give white the corner anyway, but I'll give up Sente. Can we play here? Just be greedy about our corner taking. Actually, I really don't mind kicking this. I guess white gets too good of an extension. Because if we kick, this is not the move, saying this is not my guess. White, now we want to play this type of move, and then this move has nice spacing here, still has corner Aji, and actually puts pressure on these two. So, too nice, too nice. What's less nice for white? If we do this, we have to look at this invasion, because this is like the next thing. I don't know. I haven't heard any more thunder. So that's pretty cool. Still looks kind of wet outside. I think we just play here. Nope. Just giving up. Oh, this is dangerous. Very dangerous. Can white play in here immediately? Can we play this one? Kinda. This kinda works. But also, actually, I guess there's really two directions that white really wants to play, because white really wants to play in here, and white really wants to play over here. As long as your opponent has two good things to do, that means you get to do one of them. I'm going to say now we play here. Nope. Yeah, that's a nice point. And I was quickly sort of looking at these invasions, especially like this one. I was looking at this type of follow-up. Or Hane. And the reason why black doesn't cut here is because of this type of sequence. But you'll notice that this is kind of a key point in some of these reads. This is like the danger of playing down here, right? While I was kind of very not wanting to play it, is that we're going to get attacked here. Maybe, you know, we can just give this up now. These stones are not important, which is the case because white gave up these. We can give up these. White used the Aji to make a base here for me Yuting. So we could even comprehend moves like this and then attack this way. But it seems very optimistic. I think we got to fight locally. Can we play this? This is a really terrible shape in the end. This gives white a Hane. So, but so is this. This gives white a crosscut. Or Hane, double Hane. I don't know. I don't know which one. Why is Microsoft telling me to try Office right now? Windows 10. Damn it. Windows 10. Let's play here. No, we do Hane this way. All right. look like there are exactly 3 choices. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have a number tool. I can number them in order of what my immediate gut reaction of likeness is, or possibility, or percentage chance of actually being played. All right. I'm going to go with 1. I'm going to say 1, my gut instinct. Nope, now we Tanuki. Now we play this. We still don't have the ladder, though. Oh, but we have another stone here, right? So we don't actually have to run the ladder out. We can just make a base here. All right, let's assume something like Joseki gets played. Oh, no? We don't make this exchange? Just here? Okay. I'm actually... It just reverts, right? Is there a difference? You have a ladder, so this one seems like it's good style against this side. This one obviously has the push cut that just is already connected. This is basically connected to. I assume we play here. Yeah. I really want to play this. Oh, I don't know. We have to play here, I think. Something to... All right, when we run this out... Oh, black just keeps running. Maybe we just play here. Nope. All right, now we cross-cut. All right, there's obviously some reading going on here that I am not privy to regarding ladders and how these things affect each other. I don't know who's reading better. Not good enough to tell you. This is where somebody like Myungwon Kim be really helpful, where you have an English-speaking 9-dan pro who can tell you how this Aji is affecting this Aji and why the timing is such that they're bouncing back and forth. So what's the move? Is it this? Let's make shape. Make shape this way, give it up and counterattack? This actually doesn't look like that bad of an idea. Maybe it's actually a terrible idea. No. I like this idea. Yeah. So does Choi Chil-han. He likes this idea too. Are we willing to give this up? This is a lot of points. Whoever went, like, basically we have it's almost a similar formation, right? See these 3 black stones are similar to these 3 white stones. Who wants to die here? Let's say white doesn't want to die. White will take the points. Is it just connection time? Or can we play this? We can't play that. We could play here. This is a long read though, because this sets up like a multiple liberty capturing race, where even though black it looks like he's sacrificing, he might get enough outside compensation to give up an extra stone here in this formation. I think here. Yeah. Now, if white wants to have hope here of capturing this, right? Is this the only move? Oh, no, this doesn't actually quite work for white. Yeah, this is actually a really strong move for black. Yeah, really nice move for black. Oh, Go reading is hard. I need to get my reading back in shape for the US Go Congress, which is in less than 2 weeks as of the recording of this video. I don't know when this video will be up online. It'll probably be up online, I don't know, I have another video that needs editing before I get this one online. So maybe like right at the, I can't even make predictions when this will get online. It'll get online at some point. Oh, speaking of the US Go Congress and getting things online though, I am planning on recording a few things before the Go Congress and then posting them to YouTube while I'm there. I know last year I did a short little diary series. I don't know if I'll do that again, just because last year I had to ask a lot of favors of people to use their computers and things to actually get the videos online, and that seemed to upset Go players more than I thought it would. Stephen who is a regular Twitch streamer you guys might be aware of, he brought a laptop with Adobe Premiere on it, which I was very grateful for. But he's also like, you know, teenage kid who wants to go and use his computer to do computer things. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how much I'm actually posting from the Go Congress. I think the AGA will have a pretty strong video presence. I'm hoping that they do at least. I'm not actively involved in it. I've got asked to do one thing or two things while I was there. So I should be showing up in their stream. Do subscribe to US Go Web if you're not already. Yeah, anyway, that's business stuff. Let's just see what White plays, because this is getting exciting. Yeah, White's going to take this bait here. Yeah, oh my gosh, this is tough reading though. Black would really like to connect here. Black would also really like to cover here. I think actually, so covering doesn't quite work because White gets this out, but with like two liberties, like it's just like a really stupid looking group. I think this is the move. Oh no. All right, well, let's look at my move, because I still think my move's cool. First question, White would have to play this kind of thing. But then I think we just play here. And now, like, White's kind of dead-ish. Right? Either these are dead or these are dead. So, if we do this, though, this is the same, basically. Except this White group looks really dumb. These two White stones are not very healthy. Although I guess maybe does Black have to play another? Can Black have time to play another move here? This might be ladder dependent. Well, if it goes like this, right? This Black group really only has 3 liberties, and this White group has 4. Well, 4-ish. Let's throw in here. But it all comes down to this ladder net thing. And this is the type of sequence that I said where Black was trying to give these up, but get like a massive outside kind of formation. Something, I don't know, like this. Where now look at this, just all this black. And look at this little 2 white cut, you know, 2 stones here, this poor 1 white stone here, this White stone is not that strong either. This is you know, going back to just looking at really long reads, this is what professional players and strong players in general are the types of thing they're reading. Like, what happens if I actually, as White, capture this group? You know, how much benefit does Black get on the outside? Is it worth it? What? Oh, I clicked one too far, first of all. And second, this is a move not on my radar. What is this? Is it Time Suji? Or does it actually give Black a liberty? Well, let's play here. No? We play the other way? Okay, play that way. I guess that's fine. Maybe here? Oh, it sets up a co-formation. No. Maybe it's this Time Suji. Oh, okay, yeah, this is probably Time Suji, right? Because Yuting, which is why I got my move wrong. Remember the move I just said I liked? I read that out faster than Yuting. That's not true at all. But I didn't know if he wanted to play this or not. Right, because he's got to read out all these variations. And so, buys a little extra time, reads through all these things, and then comes back and decides, yes, I want to play this one. All right, White's just going to capture. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, instead of playing out all these other complications, I guess White could always just start the capturing race. My bad. How does Black solidify the position? Obviously, this is very big. This is very big. This is very big. Actually, I don't know, because if White can just do this, which he can, right? Because this Atari doesn't get us anything. Or does it doesn't buy us liberty, right? Playing here, 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 here. No. Doesn't buy us anything. Or here. White Atari is this way. Doesn't really get us anything. Okay. It's a cool shape though. Whoa. Wait a second. This is the move. Oh, because it prevent it. That this one. Okay, sorry. This was this. I misread. Yeah, it's not this. You play this to get an extra liberty. You play this one to get an extra liberty because now white can't approach here, and white can't actually approach you over here. All right, now this is exciting. Now we've got to play all this crap out. Yeah, here comes the crap. Here we go. Black's gonna get this huge outside benefit. So we extend. Here or here, I assume this one. No? This one? No. What do we do? Push. Really? So we're not giving this up as black now. We're going to save this. We have to respond here, right? Like no choice? Here or here? Here we just save our group. And it's easy. I think we just play here. Alright, now white plays here. So white is working so hard to save these. Remember these two original cutting stones that weren't that important. They're now just reduction. Oof. I'm a little scared to be white now. Me Yuting, this is not my style. Because black has Sente. This group is very attackable. We've got a little bit of holes in our defense. There's a little bit of black Aji over here. This is mostly quashed after the N9 stone. I guess we have all this. Alright, let's look at the score here. Let's do a quick count. If we just give white this, that's the score I'm interested in. So let's say there's a white wall here. And let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 25, 95 points, plus another, not little under 10. We'll say just over 100, about 110 with Comey. 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, did I count 5 first and then I started counting in pairs? Oh. Let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We have like 60 points as black. So this is right now, if all this is white, and we don't get it punished here, I guess it's a 50-point lead. But I'm looking at this, I'm looking at these 2 weak stones, I'm looking at this whole group. I don't think it's that hard to find, for black to find like easily 30 points. Of course that's not enough, but let's see what black does about it. Yep, here we go. Now that black played here, this is no longer 95 points because all these points go away. You try to save them? If we just play here? I think we got to play here. How does black counterattack this? I might want to play here now it's black. Nope. Oh, continue pushing. Have to extend again. Now do we play here? Now we do. Okay, push once more and then come back. The idea now is we're just going to divide everything. We're going to try to divide this from this, and perhaps these 3 stones from the rest of this. Connect, yep. And we'll leave black 1 weak group. So we're going to try to give white 2 or 3 weak groups, while we only have 1. That's the idea. Of course, in order to cut these, we're actually probably going to end up with another weak group, so it's probably this is looking like it's going to end up being 2 weak groups to 2 weak groups from my amateur estimation. Can we just go here? Maybe here's better. Does this disconnect? This looks good too, actually. We can make this one squirm, then we can just throw a stone in there. Well, it's something over here. Or maybe, actually, that doesn't necessarily... We could theoretically lean on this first. And then come back. I don't know. Let's just... I give up. Yeah, we're going to lean on this first. Do we try to cut as white? If we play here, black's just going to pull back to there. And then black's shape is looking really nice, actually. And we're still having a little bit of problems. But this feels really submissive. I think we just play here. Nope. We push. Oh. Counterattack immediately. Let's connect. Nope. We do play this one. This one looks really dangerous. Alright, so it looks like we're going to make more than 2 weak groups versus 2 weak groups. Because white has tried to keep black as 1 weak group, and black said no. But maybe. Here, let's see if white continues the following up. Nope. Wow. Don't know. Now we connect, okay. Can we play here now? No? We play here. Now we come back and play the submissive one. Okay, so we exchanged these two for these two. Yeah, let's drink tea. And let's actually pause the video for just a second. All right, we're back. The magical world of video editing where minutes can go by what seems like seconds. All right, but anyway, white is now crawling out here. We have this weak black group. What do we do? There is this interesting sequence. I don't think they would... Oh, no, maybe black would play this. I'm going to say bless is the move. Nope. All right, well, here, I'll show you the sequence, though. I'm not sure if it's actually quite big enough. Right, can't go there. Have to go there. Or that's not Atari, sorry. Oh, actually, maybe it doesn't work at all. Nope, not interesting enough. Never mind, doesn't work. Bad reading. I thought there was a really cool sequence there. All right, instead, black's going to extend there. Sure. Now that actually gets a lot scarier. That type of cutting sequence. White comes out again. Nope. Now we push up. Okay. So I think this is the better. Nope. This is better? Really? Why is this better? Here? Here? No. This way? No. No more guessing. Let's just play. Oh, start this capturing race. We have this move though, right? No. Oh, connect first. Oh gosh, we're just reading out capturing races now. That takes time and liberty counting. Right now black's at 4. White's kind of at around 6-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6-ish, but can gain more. Black can gain more too, of course, so. Alright, so now I did say earlier there's going to be 2 weak groups versus another 2 weak groups, except that these were not the weak groups I anticipated. I thought this would turn into a weak group. We have a black weak one there, a black weak one there, a white weak one there, and a white weak one there. Great! I know the future. I'm super psychic and stuff. Oh, I think black needs to do this sort of thing and start putting pressure on over here. Or is it more important just to take away liberties on this one? I don't know. Let's play here. All right. Good job. I got one move correct in this confusing fight. Oh, yeah, white would really like the time to play this. Does white have time to play here? I don't know. Let's play it. Nope. Oh. Wow. This move is good. This is amazing. Is it good? Is it? Wow. Okay. And here? Yeah, it's just two eyes. Huh. Is that really that cool? If we play here, one eye. If we play here, we poke. Oh, this is the same. Two eyes. Oh, no, yeah, two eyes. Oh, no, not two eyes, because we can't play there. We have to play there. Yes, that's two eyes. Wow. What a cool... Oh, no, this one works just as well, then, right? What's the difference? Oops, we play this. If I play this one, I guess the difference is this. Yeah, this doesn't work. This is not two eyes. Black just... So, and if we play this way... Oh, there's a cut here, actually, so maybe this one works well, although... Yeah, this works. Two eyes. It gives black a better outside. Oh, so this works too. They both work. This one's way cooler, though. This is the hard variation. Right, this doesn't work. If we play it this way. Oh no, that does work for black. Wait, so what's preventing black from Hane here? Oh, this is the game actually, right? The Hane cut. They actually do this. Didn't notice that. And black doesn't extend, but the question now is why? Is it because of this? No, it's because it's like this. Or should white? No, why can't white play this? Or why can't black play this way? Alright, go problem. Here, here. Whoops, here. Just here, not there. Why can't black play this? Is there something co-like here? Alright, because that makes an eye, and we can't give white an eye. So black would have to play a ko. But this ko looks like it should be good for black, but it's just really... so black would take, right? Yeah, I guess if white ever connects... Oh no, black has liberties though. Oh man, that's a hard ko. I think this is... I don't know. If we play this way. Oops. Black just wins the race here. So that wouldn't work. which seems like that's just as good, right? Here. Unless there's some sort of Tsuji thing here. Or is connecting better? Maybe connecting this way is better. Oh, that's scary. So if black takes away this liberty, there's this liberty problem all of a sudden here. And if we play here, same, right? Yeah, worse, actually. Okay, so this seems to be the reason why, because black can't actually approach from this side. Cool. This is the kind of move that frightens the hell out of me. I mean, looking at moves like this in real games that real strong players find that I would most likely not find in real play. I mean, I probably should find it, because the shape looks like a natural shape. It just has a funny black stone in here. It turns out that it isn't useful. Crazy. What a sweet move. Yep, and then there's the two eyes. Black has a cut here. I kind of expect black to continue following up here, although this is really big too. I don't know, maybe black will just save everything. What's the move though? Like, this doesn't really look that good either. Can we honey? Play something like this first? Or this? This is gonna get counterattacked. I think we honey. Nope. Oh, one off. Alright, good direction at least. This looks like a bad exchange. We don't need to play here. Maybe just here? Nope. Oh, we do make this exchange. Okay. Black, yep. White? No, we're not going to take time to do that one. Now I play, nope, no idea. I would play that one. Okay, same, yeah. Actually, this one's better. It helps out this more. This looks like the move, though, doesn't it? But it's not. Ooh, alright, this... I didn't read any of this out. This looks like this could... Like, white can still give these up. And then, if white can give these up and get some white stones around here to link up to these, right, we can counterattack this and white still wins the game. We lean on this or just honey? I think we just honey. Nope. Oh, I play in between them. Okay. So this is the idea. We're either going to link up or we're going to surround. Let's just go forward. Yep, I'm going to threaten to surround white. Is this the shape or is this better shape? I'm kind of leaning towards this one. Nope, we're going to peep at this first. Can we play there? Not sure. We could cut, but cutting's small. Too small. Don't know. Okay, now we play there. Alright, is there a way for us to cut through this? There sure looks like it. Now we play up here. Or actually, that might still get us killed. We probably need to play one more move over here. Is it really going to be this one? Nope. Now we've make the bottom solid. I guess maybe white can't actually surround us either because we still have all this Aji. So like everything's going to live over here. Right? Because in order for anybody to disconnect anyone else, the other person's also going to get disconnected. Let's say the cutting, disconnecting stone will get disconnected and the other person will have a bunch of forcing moves. I didn't even try to guess. Whoops. All right. Oh yeah, this actually really isn't that strong. Just give up this way. That looks kind of dumb. It looks like we have to play something over here. Nope. No, we play another one. All right, descend. Now I play here? Nope. Descend again. Okay, fine. Now we play here? Now we play there. All right. Hey, that's like a right answer, right? Now black's starting to threaten to use these two stones, or as Aji, to shorten the liberties on these 4 stones and prevent the connection. Dynamite. Dynamite. Oh man, these connections are hard. Nope, not even going to try. Attach there. Alright, here comes the disconnections. Here come fireworks. Let's just watch the game here. Alright, black plays there. This connection now. Oh, white's going to keep asking questions. Oh, are we going to exchange? Look at that. Huh. White's captured this. In exchange, black is going to live down here. At least I thought black was going to live down there. I still presume black is going to live down here. No. What is going on? So this white group has like no liberties. Where is it going to find liberties? I guess it actually doesn't need to find that many because this stick is very weak. Oh. So we just exchanged that for this. Oh, maybe white can actually get 4 more stones too, but that's like kind of a fairish exchange, I guess. Oh no, it's actually no. So this whole exchange actually really benefited black. So black, because earlier we were giving all this territory to black, right? This was, it's pretty nifty, 60 points here, and none of that goes to white now. And if this exchange is fair for this exchange, the score has evened out quite a bit. Because white's only getting 3rd line territory here, maybe. This is still a 30-point-ish quarter almost. There's still a few points here. But yeah, now we got a much closer game. Let's go a few more and then we'll try to count the score again, assuming that once we see like a pure endgame move. I guess this was like a pure endgame move, but it wasn't. Yeah, I guess it kind of is. It's just all Sente. Alright, now we're dealing with just... Oh, that's a time Suji though, isn't it? Is there something here? Oh. Really? Is it always here? I don't think anything happened. It just made a actually no, I guess what happened, right, is this now a multi-step ko? Because white has to take and then approach. But as soon as white takes, black has a ko. So actually this was a really nice sequence by white. Because before we were just assuming, or I was assuming, I don't know what you guys were thinking, that these black stones were alive because white couldn't approach because black found this throw in K19 move. That was a really nice sequence. And so these 2 stones were just dead. We're going to die. But because of this Atari, black never has time to throw in here. Black needs to throw in a stone right here to prevent this ko. Whoa, no, don't close, don't close. Once a game I have to accidentally click the close button, I'm pretty sure. And so, white makes all these exchanges, and then makes this call on the outside for that extra liberty. Really cool sequence. Really cool. So, we still give this to black, but white, it's not worth full credit anymore, basically. Black has to earn it later on as part of that multi-step co. Okay, let's count. Let's do black. Six. So I've got about... No, I've got to do more. About 100 for black. Almost 100. Maybe just slightly under. Let's see white. One. I'm about 90 plus Comey. But it is black's move. So right now this is kind of looking like black's game according to my count. Oh, no, I miscounted. It's... I assume it's black's... Actually, I already gave black points in here, so I'm assuming black's next move is going to be somewhere over here. Unless there's actually a bunch of Sente earlier. Oh, what is... Oh, this was the sequence, right, that we finished. Oh, right. No, sorry. Oh, never mind. Let's go back. I didn't have the game stopped in the right place. Okay, so now it's white's move, right? And so now, yeah, if we give white these points, it's probably like... It's close. Let's just say it's close. I didn't give white these points before, and so I miscounted this whole area. Looks like... Oh, this is a black Sente. I'm not going to count again. That was boring, right? You guys don't... I presume you guys don't like watching me count. I do presume, however, you do like knowing what the score is, and you're too lazy to count yourselves. Correct me if I'm wrong there about this sort of thing. Wait, what? Is this not connected? Oh, this is not connected. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I mess up the counting so horrifically. Huh. So let's go back to the game. Everything I say is a lie. Don't watch this channel. Go watch Myungwon Kim. And so now, this is the ko. So white plays there. There's the ko threat. We talked about that earlier. It's a threat. Yep. White wants to throw in. We got this push. All right. Does not respond to the threat. Is that alive here? I'm not sure this is alive. Does this make it like not alive? Or is it this still just doesn't win any capturing race? Oh, we're gonna start another ko. Oh my god, now I see why this game goes on for another 100 moves. Oh, I'm also getting tired. I've been studying this game for an hour and a half. Let's just play out the end a little faster, because you can also tell my commentary has probably been deteriorating in quality and in content. All right, so that's black. So this white won this ko, and I just went through too fast. How did white win both these ko's? Okay, so white had time. Maybe this wasn't a... It was just direct ko? Was it just direct ko the whole time? I thought this was a multi-step. Like white needed an extra move here. Alright, so black plays there. Right. And white can't approach. So, let's see. White has to play move. Black has to take. White makes a threat. Black responds. White takes. Black makes a threat. White doesn't respond. White plays here. Oh, it's just direct ko then. Yeah, because... Yeah, this is direct. So the reason I confuse the two, when you have a what do you call this? A ko that involves the group, and white can't crush it, it's a multi-step ko, or like a one-step ko. But the ko is on the outside. So I don't think that it's just direct ko. Alright, so I messed up that read. Assume too many things. Alright, and then this ko, so that's a direct ko, so still white. Black takes, they're still fighting this ko. Ko. Alright, ko threat. White doesn't respond. This finishes the ko. So white did not respond to this threat. This threat is to start another ko. However. Oh, except black. Okay, but except... Alright, I now see. They didn't actually fight this ko. Alright. All on the same page. Going too fast. Black just picked up a few more points over here. Okay. Alright. We've returned normalcy. I think I understand. Maybe you understand too. Yep. So now that group's totally alive. Wow. Yeah, so actually, this group was never absolutely connected here. It was only connected in the sense that if black disconnected, white would fight this ko. Which he did, and won. We don't need two eyes. It's just good endgame. I see. Yep. Okay. But still, why doesn't white play here? Why does white play here and not just here directly? Does it make a difference? I don't know. All right, little endgame stuff. I want to know who wins this game. Alright, let's just make sure there are no more surprises. It looks like it's 1 point moves now. You've been waiting long enough to find out what happens. Oh, it's the end of the game. So all that's dead. Let's just get a real count here. White by 1.5 points. Close game. And so you can see how the territories ended up. Actually, black was able to expand into the middle even a little bit further when he linked up to this group down here. Actually, that was part of the exchange, really, because all this exchange for this exchange. White's huge moy on the bottom was cut directly in two, but both halves were actually quite large. And winning the ko on top also made sure that white had enough points to the win. Wow. All right, so that was an introduction to me, Yuting. Again, I wish I knew more about his games. You know, since I've been teaching at the Seattle Go Center, and the Seattle Go Center is certainly a Japanese sponsored center. You know, culturally speaking, we also have a lot of Japanese. We have a lot of Chinese, Korean, Japanese players all together. But you know, there really is a little extra emphasis on the Japanese culture there, just because they were the ones who set it up. So I really enjoy watching the players play from Japan, just because again culturally they're in our universe a little bit more, but man, these Chinese players are really strong too. This white move, right, that Yuting played was crazy. There's actually a lot of really awesome moves in this game. Let's just go through quickly and see if we can find some that were particularly standing out to me as being just really kind of badass kind of moves. That one. This is mostly easily predicted. This was a nice sequence. When's the first really badass move? I mean, this is not completely badass. This is actually pretty normal. But nice Tsuji nonetheless. This one is cool. I really liked that one. And delaying this over here. And of course, this one's cool. This combination is really good. Really nice combination there. That was played by Choi Chil-han. And then the sequence over here. Yeah, love that one. This one, again, I think players who are a little bit stronger than me would be like, yeah, you're impressed by this move. This move is just normal Tsuji problem move. I'm like, yeah, but man, I need to know that because I don't know that one. Really cool. And again, maybe it's always not necessarily just the moves themselves that are so cool. It's like the reading and the background of why these moves work that make them so special. And then this exchange was huge. It's actually a cool sequence too in there. But anyway, yeah, what a game. I'm tired now though. No more Go videos for me today. Hope you enjoyed this pro game study. If you want to share with me a fun fact about me, Yuting, feel free to leave a comment to help fill out the biographical side of things again. Because like I said, I don't know a whole lot about him. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope to see some of you at the US Go Congress. Thanks all.